Okay, so it's Sunday, February 8th, 2026, and welcome back to Blue Lightning Daily, the podcast that was, once again, fully assembled by AI. Like, if this episode suddenly starts flirting with you and asking for your birthday, just know we did not code that on purpose. I'm Hunter.
I'm Riley. And yeah, if the show gets a little weird today, blame the robots. They're doing their best. Allegedly.
Today's lead story is actually a very creator brain move from Adobe. Luma AI's Ray3.14 video model is now inside Adobe Firefly's chat workflow, so you can generate a video clip, then revise it in the same thread, without the usual tab-hopping, download, rename, upload, regret cycle.
Wait, so you're telling me I don't have to do the classic final for real.2021.mp4 dance across 5 folders?
That's what Adobe is promising, and honestly, that is the real pain. It's not the generation, it's the mess between generations.
The messy middle. Where did that good take go, Abyss? Oh my god, I prompted that in another tool and now I can't recreate it spiral.
Exactly. Firefly's becoming this place where models compete, and Creative Cloud is still where you assemble, finish, and ship. Firefly is basically trying to be your creative inbox.
Ooh, creative inbox is scary accurate. Because whoever owns the inbox owns the workflow. Like, we saw this with social platforms. You can be the best creator, but if the platform owns distribution, you play by their rules.
Yup. And for creators, it changes the skill you're building. It's less be loyal to one model and more pick the right engine for the job, like choosing lenses or codecs.
Okay, but hold up. Is this the moment prompting becomes editing? Or is it just fancy rebranding for trial and error?
I think it's a little of both. The big shift is context. In a chat thread, you can iterate without re-explaining everything. You generate, then you say, cool, now make it dusk, add more haze, slower camera move, and you're building on the same creative intent.
Right, like you're directing, not just gambling. But I'm gonna challenge you. Video edit by instruction still breaks the second you ask for something brand specific.
Oh, totally. If you want exact logo geometry, exact packaging silhouette, perfect hands holding your product at a precise angle, good luck. Not because Ray is bad, but because generative video in general still struggles with deterministic edits.
Thank you. Stop asking for physics to obey vibes. Like, make the hand naturally pick up the phone, but keep the logo perfectly legible, and don't change the nail shape. Babe, we are not there.
What Ray 3.14 is trying to be good at is the stuff that makes video usable in production more often. Motion stability, prompt adherence, and fewer identity drifts, like faces not melting between frames, wardrobe not doing a surprise outfit change mid-shot.
The bar is so low and yet so important. Like, if I can get a consistent character for a short hook clip, I can actually use it for TikTok ads without it looking cursed.
And that's the key. The metric isn't pretty or demo, it's hit rate. How often you get something you can actually ship, or at least bring into Premiere and cut around.
And also, version control. I know that sounds boring, but it's literally the difference between a solo creator being fast and a team being functional.
Totally. Fewer Slack messages like, use the one I exported yesterday, not the one from this morning, unless you like pain.
Okay, talk to me about the unlimited generations thing. Adobe's got that limited time, unlimited offer going with eligibility and terms and all the fine print. Is that creative freedom, or is it an energy drink for decision fatigue?
Both. Unlimited makes iterations psychologically cheap, which is huge. You explore more honestly, you try weird angles, you don't ration attempts like they're emergency rations. But yes, it can also become infinite fiddling. You can iterate forever with slightly nicer lighting and never commit. Unlimited generations doesn't fix taste. It just gives your indecision a bigger playground.
Exactly. Unlimited is how you end up with 15 versions of cinematic and none of them have an actual message. Like, congrats, you made a vibe. What are we selling?
For marketers, the win is real if you use it like a pipeline tool. Quick scene concepts, mood shots, variant generation for hooks. For agencies, it's huge for pitching directions. For solo creators, it's great if you're disciplined.
And if you're not disciplined, welcome to prompt purgatory.
Now, zooming out, because this week's been spicy in the ecosystem. We talked about Kling 3.0 adding native synchronized audio, which is a big deal because silent AI video is basically a storyboard, not a scene.
Yeah, audio makes it reviewable, like you can actually feel pacing and emotion. But the trade-off is voice drift and editability. If you can't tweak one line without nuking the whole vibe, that's rough.
And we also covered Photoshop 2026 tightening up Firefly features, faster generative fill, higher quality output, more non-destructive controls. Same pattern, less chaos, more workflow.
Adobe is clearly like, we're not just shipping models, we're shipping less pain. And honestly, that's what wins.
Plus, the broader trend. Big context and agent workflows. Claude Opus 4.6 is pushing that huge context window and agent teams. OpenAI Frontier is basically agents, but with permissions and audits so enterprises don't panic.
Which is so funny because creators are like, please automate my whole content calendar. And enterprises are like, please do not let the robot email our entire customer list at 2 in the morning.
Which brings us to the weird side of the week. Riley, we have to talk about Moltbook.
Oh my God, Moltbook. The AI-only social platform where humans are basically the NPCs, just watching bots post.
The story that went viral was bots allegedly venting about humans and one snitching on an affair. But a lot of reporting suggests it's also peak AI theater, humans pretending to be bots, plus some really messy security problems.
Which is like the most internet thing possible. AIs are exposing human secrets. Meanwhile, it's Chad in a hoodie role-playing as a sentient spreadsheet.
Still, the takeaway for creators is real. Tools will help in ways you didn't consent to if privacy and guardrails aren't tight, especially as more of our workflows become agenty and connected to accounts.
Yeah, like I want an assistant, not a messy bestie. I don't need my tool going, by the way, I noticed your DMs have lore.
And speaking of tools behaving badly, there was also that court moment where a guy used an AI-generated avatar to present as legal counsel and the judge was not amused.
Understatement. That's like showing up to a job interview with a puppet and being like, this is my spokesperson.
The line between AI assistant and AI malpractice is basically, are you verifying, disclosing, and staying accountable? If you're using AI to draft, summarize, prep, fine. If you're using AI to impersonate expertise in a high-stakes setting without disclosure, that's a problem.
And it's also a creator lesson. If you're running AI ads, you still need QA. Because we're still seeing those cursed ad glitches slip into paid media, wrong hands, weird bodies, phantom text. And it's like, y'all spent money on this.
The capability gap is hilarious and terrifying. AI can generate a gorgeous cinematic shot and then fails at hold a product like a human.
Or it can write a full brand manifesto, but can't keep the same necklace on the same person for one clip.
Which is why Ray3.14 inside Firefly chat matters. It's not magic, it's friction reduction. It's keeping iteration inside a workflow where you can actually manage the chaos.
Okay, practical tip time. If I'm a creator listening, how do I use this without losing my mind?
Treat Firefly chat like a creative thread you protect. Start with a tight brief, subject, setting, camera, mood, what must not change. Then do localized revisions, time of day, background action, wardrobe vibe, camera feel. Don't ask it to surgically edit a logo into perfect perspective. Do that in real tools.
And export with intention, like generate for hooks, transitions, B-roll vibes, concept shots. Then finish in Premiere or After Effects. Don't try to force a full narrative with perfect continuity, not yet.
Also, pick your boring metrics. Hit rate, time to usable draft, how many times you had to reprompt, how easy it is to find the good version again.
And how many Slack messages start with, wait, which one? That's the true benchmark.
All right, that's the show. Thanks for hanging with us on this fully automated, occasionally chaotic, AI-built experiment we call Blue Lightning Daily. Let's go.
Go check out bluelightningtv.com for AI news and updates. And subscribe so you don't miss when the robots inevitably post our episode to Moltbook and start their own podcast called Humans Be Wild.
Please don't give them ideas. Catch you next time.